Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm be doing a video on how I installed my Battle Aero Wing to my car. I'll be showing you guys step by step the process of what I had to do. So if you guys ever want to install this yourself, you'll be able to know how to do it. I'll have pictures going through this video so you guys can see the process and everything, since I already have it installed and I didn't record. But yeah, I'll be showing you guys how I did this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get started. First things first, I'll be telling you guys what actually comes with the Battle Aero Wing. So there are three main pieces that come with the Battle Aero Wing. The first piece is the actual piece that mounts the chassis of the car. That's going to be this piece here. The second piece is the railing. So these two pieces are the support for the wing. And the last piece is the wing itself. And those are basically the three main pieces that come with the wing. And yeah, let's continue on and tell you about how to install these pieces. First step is you're going to need to take off the bumper and the tail lights of your car, because you're going to need to take all this off, because there's a piece behind your bumper right here that you need to take off, and that's this piece right here. So this is like basically a mount that's on the back of your car. I guess it's just if you ever get in an accident and something hits your car, this mount's here to protect the back of your car, so it doesn't really do much damage. So you're going to need to take this piece off, and this piece has 3 screws on both sides, and you just basically take these 3 screws off, and then you just take it off. And then with the Battle Aero kit, they're going to give you a new mount that has the same three screws. You're going to use the same 3 screws that you took off, and it's going to have the same location for these screws, and you're just going to mount it on the back of your car. And that's going to basically be the actual like mount for the Battle Aero Wing. So that part's actually pretty easy. You're just going to have to go through the process of taking everything, like your bumper and your lights off your car, and just taking that piece off. But putting this piece on is actually a pretty easy step. Okay, let's move on to some of the harder parts. Okay, before you guys do anything else, I highly recommend you put these 2 pieces on the new mount right away. Like, it's pretty easy. There's just there's a screw on each side, and you just screw it in. So you guys should test that piece first to make sure everything aligns with your car. Because for my car, I have the original BRZ spoiler. I'll show you guys real quick. I have the original spoiler right here. So when I had put this piece on, it didn't line up correctly and the 2 pieces were touching. So if you guys have this issue, just get 2 washers and then put them on each of the bolts, each of the 3 bolts from each side, and then it should give you just enough space and enough clearance so those pieces won't touch. So that's what I did, and now you can see right here that these pieces do not touch and there's enough clearance for the car. If you guys don't have the original spoiler for the BRZ or FRS, then you guys should be fine there. Okay? So this is probably the most important step that you're gonna have to do for this whole thing, and that's gonna be taping your bumper, and you're gonna have to mark where to cut your bumper. So what we did is we put tape on both sides of our bumper, the back, like the part that's behind here, and this part, and then we also put tape right here on this mount, and you're gonna want to align it as perfectly as you can. And then what we did is we got a Sharpie, and on the back of the bumper we marked about this much, these like 2 inches. We marked that location, like we aligned it, we marked it. And then after that, we just continually measured it, make sure everything was aligned properly. We measured it like 2 to 3 times, because if you mess up this part, you're gonna cut your bumper and then it's not gonna align properly and it's gonna just look bad. So you have to make sure you align everything properly. So after we did all that and we thought everything was perfect, what we did was my dad drilled 2 holes in the part where we marked on both sides. So then we knew exactly where to cut, so we could cut like a straight line on both sides from those 2 holes. And then we just, step by step, we just aligned it, and we made sure it lined up properly and see if it fit. And we just kept cutting lower and lower, back and forth. And we just had to keep, it's just a process of keep doing it over and over again. You're gonna have to line it up, cut a little bit more, take it off, line it up, cut a little bit more, take it off, and just keep looking until basically we went down. And then when we went down enough, we realized, okay, well, if we keep cutting down, it's not gonna fit, so we had to cut a little bit more on the top. So this whole process is just gonna be you constantly lining up your bumper, cutting it, and making sure everything works out, and just you're gonna have to keep going back and forth. Take your time, don't cut too much at a time, just take your time to do this part, because this is probably the hardest part and takes the most time because you're cutting your bumper. So be careful and just take your time. Here's how much me and my dad cut to give you guys an idea. So we originally started around here. We measured this out and cut this part out, and then we just slowly went down and kept cutting and aligning our pieces. And then we also had to go up here and cut some more up here so our bumper could fit. So just take your time, guys, and just make sure everything aligns properly, and you'll be fine. It's just taking your time, and it's just a process. After cutting your pieces and aligning the bumper, you're still gonna have to put this new piece on. And when you add this new piece, it's gonna add some extra width to where you had cut. So you're gonna have to cut a little bit more, like to the left and to the right, depending on which side it's on. So after you align everything, you're gonna add this new piece, mark the new territory as well, and then just slowly cut the bumper again, like little by little, and just keep aligning it back and forth until this new piece, when added on, fits properly as well. Okay, after you finish cutting the bumper, what me and my dad did is we finished basically sanding it down so the edges weren't as rough. And then what we did is we got this black piece right here. What this is a door trim. You can buy this at AutoZone or from online. And we basically just put this piece along the edges of the bumper to make it look a lot better, because you can't really see that we cut the bumper, and it just makes it look a lot better and cleaner. Congratulations, guys, you just finished the hardest part of this whole thing. So basically cutting is the hardest part. After you finish that, everything else is basically simple. You're just gonna have to put those mounts on, put in the screws where they belong, and then you can add in after you check to make sure everything folds correctly and it works properly, you can add the wing itself. After you're done cutting the bumper and putting in these two pieces, you can go ahead and put the bumper back on, because the next step is going to be the wing, and after you add the wing, you're not going to be able to put the bumper back on. So just go ahead and put the bumper back on, and yeah, we'll move on to the wing. So for the wing itself, it's pretty simple. There's these two screws that go on both sides of the wing, and BattleAero allows you to choose what kind of form you want it. So if you want it to be like lower, higher, medium, you can choose that by this screw. So it's pretty easy, just screw this in, and yeah, that's basically the step for the wing. Also, BattleAero also sends you this. You can choose from time attack or boomerang. I chose boomerang, and this step is easy too. You just do these three screws right here, and it just fits perfectly. Okay, so for the final step, you're gonna have to do the tension cables. So BattleAero is gonna send you this rod right here, and this rod's gonna be a lot longer than this. You're gonna have to cut it. So basically, you slip in this rod right here, and you're gonna have these bolts on either edge. You're just gonna tighten it a little bit tighter than usual. So then when you put in these cables will be tighter. These cables go across from one side to the other, like that. And you basically tighten these cables, and then you clip them on with this thing. You get a clipper and you just kind of clip them on. And then you just tighten this back to the normal length, so these cables will be tight, and so your wing will not like move a lot when driving. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any questions for this part, I know BattleAero has a install video on their YouTube, so you can just look that up yourself. So we're basically done with the wing right now. And the way BattleAero has it set up, if you want to lower your wing, since this wing is you're able to move this wing up and down. If you want to be able to do that, you're gonna need to screw and unscrew the screws right here. And I didn't really enjoy that, so go and buy one of these things, which is basically what you put in a trailer for your car. And you just go to Home Depot, you bring your screw and just check which size it is, and you get one of these, and these things are pretty easy. You just kind of slip them in here like that, and then you'll be fine. I've been driving with this for like 4 months, and it hasn't been a problem. So whenever I want to open my trunk, I just pull these out and lower my wing and then open my trunk. So it's pretty simple. Yeah, so I recommend you guys buy those so you don't have to always unscrew screws and stuff. Yeah. So that'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to post a link to BattleAero's YouTube channel so you guys can see how to do the other steps. One final thing, you guys. So next week I'm gonna have spring break. So I'm gonna have a lot more free time. So I'm gonna try to upload a video like more during the weekdays. Maybe I'll try to do a video every day if I can. Also, I'm gonna have some pieces coming in for my car. So there's gonna be another install coming up soon. So stay tuned. See you guys later. pieces. You can